You're watching East Midlands Today, and is it possible to make a whole city happier? Well, that is the challenge in a unique year-long social experiment which gets underway in Derby tomorrow.
In a moment, we'll be talking to the man behind Brilliant Derby, that's Andy Cope. But first, our reporter Jeff Maskell has been given exclusive access behind the scenes of this positive revolution.
2 years ago, pupils at King Edward's School in Colville were challenged to think more positively. The results have been remarkable.
Well, really, we did the Art of Brilliance for just to get an all-round happier school and better school. But as a byproduct, we got like better grades.
We come into this thinking like we were in trouble. Firstly, we all walked into the Harley thinking we were in trouble, and then to come out of it like 2 years later with the skills of presentation, with a lot more confidence.
At the school, grades and attendance are up. Pupils organise a reward scheme and work experience programme, and they've built links with local schools and businesses.
Quite a lot of the stuff, like when we went to Boots and we did a conference there, some of the stuff we were just like, how am I going to be able to talk to all these people?
Sorry, so you went to Boots?
Yeah, the headquarters.
Spoke to all the business executives.
Just had to let them know what we've been doing, all the stuff we've achieved.
But it is their ambition which has changed the most. Seb is now aiming for medical school.
If you speak to my parents, I used to be quite lazy and boring. I used to be quite angry as well, and the difference it's made has been huge.
Everything's more positive. Like, you can get bad days, but you know how to deal with it, and you wake up in the morning and you think, well, my kidneys work, my lungs work, so why am I complaining?
How true is that, eh? Well, Andy Cope is an author, he's a teacher and a trainer who for 10 years has been helping businesses to be just more brilliant. That was lovely what those students were saying. But what did you say to them to make them react like that?
Well, we delivered, I mean, they were great kids before we started, to be honest, but the Art of Being Brilliant is based on I'm doing some research at Loughborough Uni, looking at the science of happiness and positivity. So I've been studying happy people for about the last 8 years, and then we've got a corporate course that we run that works really well, and we've experimented with a few schools delivering the science of happiness and positivity to kids, and that was the output at King Edward's in Colville.
So it's worked in schools, but the task now is to roll it out over an entire city. Now that's a bit of a tall order, isn't it?
Potentially, it's quite terrifying on one hand, but it's also very exciting because can we replicate that result across the whole city? And that's the big question. And I thought, well, rather than just sitting there thinking, can it be done, we need to get a move on and get it done.
So what are you going to do? How are you going to do it?
Starts tomorrow. Well, we've got a hand-selected a bunch of young kids and teachers tomorrow, so we're launching Brilliant Derby. And the idea is a bit like Dragon's Den, I think, except I'm in the den. I've got to pitch to these kids, and then they've got to go back to their schools and recruit their peers. And then it's the kids, we train the kids up, and the kids are then going to deliver it across their schools and their communities. So it's young people teaching the world how to be happy, which is counterintuitive.
Is that a good place to start? Because adults, they can tend towards a natural negativity. How do I put that?
Surely not, Dom.
We can be a little grumpy.
Yes, we call them mood hoovers, where I come from, which are people who suck all the energy out of you. And Britain is...
Like Dementors in Harry Potter.
You must know one. You must know some. Yes.
Cheek.
The truth is there's far too many of those kind of people around, and we want to stop the young people becoming the Dementors of the future and get them into really good habits of... it's all about feeling great. If you can feel great, then your SATs results and your GCSEs will look after themselves.
Really brief, because we're nearly out of time. How will you know if it's worked?
Well, we're going to try and measure. I mean, measuring happiness is a really difficult thing to do, but we are going to measure the kids. But I guess we'll know if ultimately in 6 months you can get some of the kids on this sofa and talk to them about how they're feeling and whether they're benefiting.
Good idea.
We will do that.
Oh, Andy, thank you very much. We feel happier, don't we, now?
We do. I've never spoken to a man who's doing a PhD in happiness.
No, I
How wonderful is that? Coming up later in the programme, a nail-biting moment for one man and his giant replica telescope.